No. No. You at Goldie? What do you say what you was doing? Hey, broadcast up. What happened? Who he stole? Yeah, I got the broadcast up and everything. Yeah, I got the broadcast up. Yeah. I'm gonna let y'all know this. He went from Ohio State to San Francisco. Then he went to the Browns. Then the Jaguars. Now the Texans. Just guess. It's called a guess the player. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that was Carlos Hyde. I thought it was Duke Johnson. Oh, yeah.
All right, Coach. Well, sunny Southern California is anything but on this afternoon. Gray skies and rain in the forecast here at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's a matchup in the AFC West between the Denver Broncos and our home team. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set, ready? 18 Gator. They're running it. Fight.
This is Royce Freeman, second-year man from Oregon. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
So that's why I was looking to trade Philip Lindsay. I ain't really care for that.
DeAndre Washington, his first carry. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. They fake the handoff, now Locke. He's going to let one fly for Tate. Looking for Tate, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. Time will tell if that's an interception that rattles the rookie here. First drive on the road.
And you know the discussion going into the game centered on, okay, let's get out nice and easy, take care of the football, we're on the road, you're a youngster, let's not make mistakes early. But now the conversation
that's not
will
a tight
shift
end.
to, okay, put it behind you, move on, long way to go in this one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Wait, 89!
Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he's got... There goes Melvin Gordon. The 40. He's at the 30. The 20. 10. And all the way in for a
shit, but
touchdown.
come on, Earl. I know y'all seen that shit. Earl Thomas just froze. Like, what the
79
fuck?
yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Got it.
The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Here's Locke. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Back. Check. Hey, foxtrot. Get it.
On 3rd and long, it's locked. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Joey Bosa.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position.
390. Wrap. Check 37. Orange 5-4. Hey, go orange. Orange. Split.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Check nine.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. This is Gordon. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
So that last penalty making this 3rd down much more manageable. 3rd down, 4 yards to go. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 6 yards in the wrong direction that time. Not only that, but it brings up 4th. Badgley able to knock this one through. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. This is Freeman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Watch the eye. Let's go.
On 2nd down now, it's Freeman, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Throwing his lock on 3rd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. you got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On second down, it's Gordon. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
It's now 3rd and 8.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Check. Round. Hey, hot.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense, because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
All things considered, a pretty good kick, just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck, and unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. Desmond King making the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
X3, 218, chopper.
Check out Reed. Kill.
Tight dog. Hey, Alpha.
From just shy of midfield. Lock under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Melvin Ingram able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Hey, Echo.
To throw on 3rd down. Lock. He'll let this go. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. A gain there of 30 big ones. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from. There he goes, left side. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Hey, Charlie.
March 49. March 49. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. 49, guys. Mike, 49. 6 minutes.
Clock now on first down. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. Past the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 85 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. Oh, it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Throwing on second and long. Rivers. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he showed some fancy footwork on the juke, but then quickly taken down. Call it a gain of 4, but not enough. The punt team going to need to be summoned here on 4th down. Here's Ty Long now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
We got this.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
Check green 90, set 180, cluster. Hey, 79,
On third down, Rivers. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up fourth. The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on fourth down last year, and they're going here. Fourth down, Rivers. He's going to float this over the middle, deep into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just...
Drew Lock taken down in the end zone. 2 points for the defense. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll go down at the 28. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Now this is an example of breaking down a defense, because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Check 4, check 4. 12.
Rivers now to throw on first down. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. After the turnover, here's Locke. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Freeman again. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know that one that says the D
Smoke,
and
could I go
defense
for
that
it?
you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
It's out crouching as fuck.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
You better be afraid of me.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's to his running back, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger 1st down. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now Rivers. On the screen, this is Eckler. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the 1st. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the 1st half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? The Chargers go here. It's Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack. Boy, you talk about not playing it safe. Why were they going for it there, Charles?
It's got to be a full evaluation of their team. Do they trust their defense in this situation? Maybe they think they've given all they can in this game and they don't have anything left. Do they not trust that the other team's quarterback is just so hot that no matter where they get the ball, they go downfield? Remember when Bill Belichick went for it in that game, right, against Indianapolis on the road? And everybody said, why'd you go for it there? I think he just thought to himself, on the other side, if they get the ball, they're going downfield anyway. He was trying to end the game right there with his own offense.
On 2nd down, Washington. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Yeah, this is caught by Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos. Cortland Sutton with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with an extra point.
I need a kicker, bro. It's some shit.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. A little less than 4 minutes remaining. And the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and grind some clock with Gordon. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. A big play there by Gordon. 44 yards on the ground. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football ready.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And Charles, the 2nd time today that he has hit pay dirt.
And once you score the first one, there is that natural tendency, and there's also that eagerness to get back there again. Oh, he smells it. This guy smelled the end zone, and twice he's gotten there.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Back to throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. This pass rush, they've been excellent all game long, and another example of it right there in the closing moment.
Not only with the pass rush, but how well they're coached, because if you don't quite get there, get to the quarterback, get your hands up into the passing lane and knock it away as we just saw there.
Now Locke. Got an open man, it's Washington. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I don't know that those medium 5-ish yard gains are going to do it right now. Probably should have dropped it, right?
Yeah, that way you save more time on the clock. But I know receivers, they think they can catch it and break a tackle and turn into a big game.
They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
Maybe one Peyton Manning threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And some room to run now. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Now Gordon on 1st down. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. Rivers finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Now Gordon. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. And he will have the 1st down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Or are you one of those guys
I'm a little skeptical? Saw just a big blob of green on the radar. I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated because, you know, open air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the home team here, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, I should have had Seth Roberts. I probably would have done better. Like, a lot better. More catches and everything. I could, but I couldn't. He kept doing that shit. You're like 17 times.